Welcome to part 2, guys. This is part 2. I'm going to show you what the next spot is. Let's get started. Let's get right into it. This is the true Fallout 76 channel. I'm your host, Gamer Dude, and welcome to the channel. The Fallout 76 true channel. The true Fallout 76 channel. And like I said, I'm your host, Gamer Dude, and we'll get right into it without further ado. Let's get into it. Nice. Let's get started. So first stop is gonna be right over by the Ferris wheel on the map, right by Route 90. There we go. Let's head over to the Italic Handling Fairgrounds, and I'll meet you guys over there. Here's the next camp spot, where we have a junk pile, and so yeah, this is actually a great spot for farming Raider rep, and here's why. It's because it's going to be a guaranteed spot where there's going to be raiders pretty much every single time. They're not going to always be here, but like I would say, at least 80 to 95% of the time they're going to be here. And with certain dialogue choices that they offer you, you can use that to your advantage to increase your raider rep. Now, if you don't have enough raider rep to begin with prior to doing that, then they're going to attack you, and it's going to make it a lot harder to gain raider rep from them. However, if you feel that you can definitely get past that and not let it bother you and still farm the junk here anyways regardless, then that's fine. This is a good camp spot for you. So, or if you just want to farm junk in general and not even worry about that, because whether it happens or not, you don't care. It's neither here nor there. That's fine too. But here's the junk pile. This is where it is. I'll show you where it is on the map. It's right here. Move this out of the way. And then, yep. So this is where it is. Then the next spots are going to be one down by the Mothman Museum, which we'll head there now. But I'm going to just mark it on the map first, because that would be the most ideal. Which I want to make sure I provide the most ideal situation for you guys when it comes to locating different spots. Here it is. That's the next spot. That's where we're heading to. We want to head to Marigold Pavilion, and I'll see you guys over there. Alright, here's the next junk pile. It's right over here by the Mothman Museum. As you saw, it's a junk pile there. Let's see, it says junk pile. Here's the stove and the video. The video and the junk pile. Mainly the junk pile. You can see the Mothman Museum is just right here. It says Mothman Museum right here. And there's the little Mothman icon for it. And we are over here by the Mothman Museum. Alright. And here we're going to show you the next, this is the scenic views. Here we go. This is the scenic views. You're in by a tower, a little electrical tower. This is where it's by. And I'm gonna take to the next spot now. Next spot's gonna be right by Route 88. But I believe I showed that in part 1. Actually, no, I don't think I showed that in part 1. No, I didn't show that in part 1. So, I'll show you the one by Route 88. Which actually is, let's see. Right here. I'm gonna go to Alpine River Cabins. That's a good spot to fast travel to. Is my recommendation. You can fast travel to wherever, but to get there the quickest, I would say go there. So I'm gonna meet you guys there. Here we are at Alpine River Cabins. There's the next junk pile. Occasionally you put your camp here. It'll be like a haunted camp because you'll hear the haunted screams in the background from the Alpine River Cabins. I'm not here to make this into a scary story. I'm just here to just give you the heads up. That will happen. That will happen occasionally in the background. But it's fine. You know, hey, if you like that kind of thing, I mean, that's totally fine. You know, I mean, you know, but this is the junk pile, and this is where it's located, so yep. It's actually right here. Not where the marker is, but right here. Where I'm standing on top of. Where my character is. This is where it is, yep. And, okay. So now I'm going to go to the next spot. Which is actually going to be right over here. That's what it's going to be. And I will see you guys over there. So this is the next spot right here. The junk pile. It's right here, this next spot. You can put some water purifiers down. You got the clear yellow star. You got the clear stars in the sky. Nice scenic views. It's right by a tower, electrical tower. Not that that matters, but whatever. And you also have a cellar over there in the distance. It's a little bit on a hill, but like the other one I showed you earlier in the video. But it's fine. See, there's a cellar right here. I mean, I'm not sure they'll give you anything or what you could benefit from that, but you have a whole bunch of lumber here you could farm. So if you have a wood challenge to gather lumber and wood, you could definitely benefit from that by just gathering it all right here. There's a bit of enemy spawns here, little mole rats, small creature stuff, you know. Apparently will spawn here. So there's that. But Yeah, there's a bit of enemies here. But yeah, this is the spot. This is where it is. And never mind the marker right there, but it's actually right over here. And I'll show you the next spot. It's gonna be over at the public workshop right there, as you can see. Get to it 1 second. Yeah, so it's going to be right over here in this particular spot right here. So I'll see you guys over there. Hey guys, this is the next chunk pile. It's at a public workshop. I'll show you the public workshop in 1 second. Hold on. It's at this public workshop right here called Sunshine Industrial Metals Farm. That's where it's located. And yeah, that's where it's located and everything. At this particular spot right here. Never mind the marker. A bit of enemies when you come here. A bit of ghouls. But nothing I'd imagine you guys can't handle. Yep, see a bit of ghouls there. Nothing that only takes a couple seconds to take care of. Nothing too hard, nothing too difficult. But yeah, so this is where it's located. Let's see, right here. And there we go. So it's right here, actually, but same spot, pretty much. And yeah. Now we'll move on to the next spot of our part 2 video. Of my part 2 video, I mean. Just gonna look for the next spot real quick. And the next spot's gonna be at also the public workshop. It's gonna be all the way down over here at Charleston Landfill. I recommend going to either our medical center and then just walking over there. Definitely a good choice, in my opinion, but that's just me. So let's head over there and we'll get to it. Meet you guys over there. Here we are at the next chunk deposit, right here, and it is right here at this particular spot. Sorry for that loud notification from my Xbox list. I hope that wasn't too loud, Apologize for that. But basically, it's gonna be right here. And it's right here on the map. That's the top one, the one on the top. Should have got the one on the side, but I'll mark it on the map. I think it's over to the right here. Should be to the right. So I'm gonna put mark on the map. That's where it is. The next one at this particular workshop. Let's head there now. Should be over here somewhere. Actually, it's gonna be, I think, down here, right here. I could just get up there. Well, I see it. Here it is. Yeah, eagle eye view. Actually, that sometimes you gotta get. Yeah, so sometimes you gotta get eagle eye view to see where everything is. I think that really helps out. And I was sitting on top of there. So yeah, it definitely helps out sometimes. So yeah, now here it is. It's right here. Yep, I was right here. Where my character's standing. I can't really mark it. I can't really like highlight it too much because then the public workshop icon will overlap it too much, and I don't want, and that won't, and that'll make it harder for you guys to see it. My character where he's standing, and the icon where he is on the map. Excuse me, I just anyways. So yeah, so that's why I can't highlight my character too much, but he is definitely right there. So as you can see, and then the next spot is going to be at the landfill, right? Well, not all the way up there, but I'll just go straight. I think it's pretty much straight across. So we're going to continue to go northwest. As you can see, that's the module for the camp. Not camp module for the public workshop. And there's a bit of enemies here you might want to watch out. This little stuff, little hounds. Nothing we can't handle. Next one is right here behind the trailer, as you can see. This is where it is. So there's actually 3 junk piles. Apparently there's more enemies, apparently. I don't know if you can hear that music in the background, but there's a hound on the way. 2 of them, in fact. So there is this. It's right here. Here's the map. Alright, my character's standing. And yeah. Let's go to the next spot. And just keep in mind, guys, that this is going to be a video of part 2 that covers all the spots that I didn't cover in part 1. Like, all the spots I covered in part 1, those are the spots I covered in part 1. Yes, of course. But then again, the spots I covered in part 1 are not going to be in part 2. And the spots I'm going to cover in part 2 are going to be in part 1. So it's like I'm covering all the spots in part 2 that I didn't cover in part 1. And I covered all the spots in part 1 that I'm not going to be covering in part 2. Basically, if that makes sense. But yeah. The next spot is going to be okay, so we're gonna go further south. I think that's the easiest way to go about this. It's actually gonna be right over here. This is what it's going to be. And we can just go to Garahan Mining Headquarters, and that's a good spot to go to for getting there, as my recommendation would be. You can get there also by going to Garahan Estate, or one of the other ones that spawn over here. I haven't unlocked them yet, and if you unlock these ones, you can go here too, but it's up to you how you want to get there. And I'll see you guys over there. By the way, before heading over there, just want to give you an idea where it is. This is where it is, right here. Vault 76 is right here as reference, and it's right down this way. So, right to the south. And like I said, I'll see you guys over there. Here's our next jump pile location. It isn't a public workshop, but it is a spot where you can place your camp down. Now, I wouldn't recommend placing your camp down here. However, you can do what you want. It's entirely up to you, your game. You do what you want. But honestly, my recommendation is that I wouldn't put your camp down here. It's very uneven ground. A huge bus that's in the way, which is a huge obstacle. You have to put the extractor down, which has multiple trees surrounding it. Not sure how anyone would manage to get their camp over here, because it's not really an ideal situation at all. And like I said, I'll show you some ideal situations or ideal locations where you put your camp down, but obviously all of them can't be ideal, though. It's not a perfect world, you know, and that's how it is, but that's just how the game is. But yeah, it is, and this is also known for raiders as well. So if you're on good terms with the raiders, you might still get some good dialogue choices from them. They increase your raider rep. I don't know. I've never placed my camp down here, so I can't really say. And I don't come down here very often. That's kind of for most people that also end up in that same situation as well. They don't come down here very often. I don't think anyone comes down here very often. So it's kind of hard to say. But honestly, yeah, it's just the Raiders do come down here, so whatever you get out of that, good. But I can't say much on it beyond that. 'Cause I just don't know enough. That's why. So yeah. Here's the location. It's actually right here. And we'll head to the next location. Which is actually going to be right here. And I'll see you guys over there. Okay, here's the next spot here and everything. Alright, so here it is, and here's the next junk pile. It's right here. Here's the area, all the trees, and yeah, I mean it's a pretty dense area. Dense isn't like empty and unpopulated. It's just not a lot here. It's yeah, it's just very empty, very empty spot. Out in the middle of nowhere, but I mean, it could be for you. You know, if you want to come out to the spot and have your camp here, it's an option, I guess. I mean, no. What am I saying? I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, it's an option. Yes, it's definitely an option, but it's not something that would be considered as the best spot to come to. So, again, totally subjective. You know, however you feel is up to you on if you think this is the best spot or not. But that's just my recommendation, though. And not recommendation, that's my perspective on it, I should say, more accurately. It's just not an ideal spot. But you guys can kind of have your thoughts on that. Any way you feel is how you perceive that and what is ideal and what isn't. So that's totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. So here it is on the map. It's actually right here. We'll go to the next spot. Keep in mind, guys, this is probably going to be a short video. I know the last one was pretty long, but this is probably going to be a short video. Though there's a new spot that I wasn't aware of, that I just was made aware of just now, that we can go to. And it's going to be towards the bottom of the map right here. And Skyline Valley. And I just realized it's just right over here. So I will see you guys over there. And as a recommendation to get over there, I recommend going to the Hawksbill weather station and just heading in that direction. So yeah, I'll see you guys over there. And here's the next spot, guys, in the Skyline Valley area. Scenery is sort of dark, but I want to say beautiful, but I really can't. Honestly, in my most honest heart, I just can't say it's beautiful. It's really not. All that dark thunder clouds and thunder lightning and thunderstorms. Yeah, there's no way that's beautiful, but it is, dark. So if you like a dark scenic view, I guess that could be for you. I mean, I guess it is for you if you like dark scenic views. If you like dark scenic views, this is definitely for you. But yeah, here's the junk pile. Hold on 1 second. Alright, so it is right here. Skyline Valley area. The next spot is going to be we're going to finish the video with just the bottom parts of the map. Just several more spots. It's going to be over here. We're going to head to South Mountain Lookout and head to where the next spot is going to be. Sorry for that alarm. I apologize. Doesn't mean anything. It's nothing important, so no worries there. Anyways, we're going to head to South Mountain Lookout, and we're going to head there, and that is going to be where the next junk pile is going to be. So it's going to be where the next junk pile is going to be, the next junk deposit. So yeah, let's head there, and I'll see you over there. So this is the next junk pile location, guys. Yeah, so this is the next junk pile location. And located right here. Right by East-South Mountain Lookout. Yeah, right by South Mountain Lookout. It's actually right by, and it's right over here. Right over by Foundation Outpost, where the eviction notice event happens, the public event. Right, a little ways from the monorail elevator, which is a hotbed for being a dead zone. An absolute dead zone because no one really goes there at all. That's what I meant by a hotbed. That it's just basically a hotbed for being an absolute dead zone for no one going there. Few people go there, I think. Not too many, really, though. Every time I go there, it seems like no one's there. Anyways, so yeah, so it's right down away from monorail elevator, right near Foundation Outpost. White Springs is over here, and we are right over here. So, yep. Right here. Next spot's going to be very close by, actually, to be honest, and it's going to be right over here. So to make this as usable as possible to get there, meaning to make this as easy as possible to travel there, it's best to go to the Foundation Outpost. I know that seems a bit out of the way, but trust me, once you go there and travel from here where you are right now, over to here, and then down to here, it's going to make a lot of sense. But you guys go the way you like to go and to get there, and I'll show you how to get there. Here we are at the next spot, the junk pile. It's a big open area, nice big tower right here. Sort of flat, but not really. I guess it's sort of both flat and uneven at the same time. You know, normally that wouldn't make sense if you told someone about a terrain that you noticed at some point in Fallout, but here, as you can see, you kind of know what I mean, like when you look at this, right? Because you kind of know what I mean when you look at this, right? Because it's like, yeah, it's both flat and uneven, so it makes sense. It's a junk pile. And I'll show you where it is in the map. Here it is. Also, this spot is good for having a raider nearby. It's a guaranteed spot where there's going to be a raider. Raider's always right by here. He's gonna he has a high they have a high chance of either giving you a recipe or a magazine. They could give you it's a very low slim chance that they'll give you raider rep. Like very low slim chance to no chance at all, basically. So don't even count on that, because it's probably not going to be a thing at this particular spot. The other spot I showed you earlier in the video, that definitely could happen, but not certainly here. They're more likely to give you a magazine or an actual recipe or something. That they're more likely to give you that here. And there's also this rag stack here for a container that will almost always, not entirely always, but almost always have rack-stack meat and rack-stack hide. So if you're a carnivore, this could be for you. This could be something you may need if you're a ghoul and not a carnivore, or a herbivore, or you're just a herbivore, not a carnivore. This spot might be for you as well, so you can get the meat and eat it, so that you can get some rads. If you're a herbivore, not a carnivore, and if you're also a ghoul at the same time, you're playing the ghoul build, so that could be for you. You get the hide here for leather, for junk materials. That gives you not too many, but just something, I guess. It is something. So there's that, and right over here is where the junk pile is, not too far away. Just a hop, skip, and jump away, which I literally just did just now. And that's right here. Again, right here. And now we will go to the next spot. Which is actually going to be by Fort Defiance. And right by Route 107. Just marking the map 1 second. There you go, it's right there. I recommend going to Fort Defiance. It's the closest spot to it. May not seem like it, may seem like monorail elevators, but trust me, Fort Defiance is more closer, much more closer. So I recommend going there. So I'll see you guys over there. So here we go. This is the next spot, right by Fort Defiance. Yeah, so it's right here on this particular spot. This is where it is, right here. Fort Defiance is right here. We are over here. The monorail's over here, and Foundation Outpost is right over here. And then also, less important is Appalachian Antiques is right here. So, yeah. And then now the next spot is going to be a bit of more of a higher level player, because there's something that's over there that's particularly dangerous. And I'm going to let you know right off the bat what it is before going over there, so that you're prepared. I don't want to leave you in the dark and then go over there and then find out that you got killed because I didn't let you know ahead of time, and that wouldn't be very helpful at all, and it wouldn't be the right thing to do. And I don't want to leave you, with I don't want to leave you in a desperate situation. So I'll name what it is, and then we'll just head over there. But basically, it is a Deathclaw. So it is really a very, very difficult Deathclaw. And I would say you should be a high level. If not, the game does scale to your level, so you might be able to handle it. So you can be a low level, I guess, but there has to be a limit. It has to be like you gotta draw the line somewhere in the sand and know that you can't be too low level. You can be low level, I guess, but not too low level. But I can't say what that looks like because I just don't know enough about it. I just know that it's gonna be a Deathclaw. It's gonna be particularly difficult. So just be wary of that when we head over there. But we're going to head over to Thunder Mountain Station, substation TM02. This is the easiest way to get there to the junk pile, and you'll see what I mean when we get there. But you'll know that it's going to basically be a Deathclaw. That's the best thing I could say to just to draw out exactly what it is, so you know ahead of time. But yeah, let's head there now. This is not going to take very long to get there, so we're going to just walk up to this back here, and I don't mind having you guys see walking over there. I don't mind having you see me walk over there because it's going to be just a second to get over there. But this is where it is, the junk pile. As you can see, it says junk pile right here. Obviously, it's an NPC shooting at the Deathclaw, so whatever, let them distract him from coming over here. Anyways, this is where it is. This is where the junk pile is, right here. Yeah, so we're gonna go to the next spot, and we don't need to stay here very long. There's no need. We don't want to attract the Deathclaw either, so let's just move on. And if anyone asks me if I'm scared, I'm not scared of the Deathclaw. I mean, it's just a Deathclaw. Who cares? It doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal. It's just that I don't want to get killed. Like, no one getting killed in the game is just not really, a positive thing. It's just, yeah. Anyways, let's move on. Next spot is going to be right over here. It's going to be right over here. So I'd say go to the monorail pylon V15, and then walk over there. That would be the best way of going to get over there. For now, I'll see you guys over there. And don't mind me, I'm just very focused. Alright, here we are at the next spot. Here's the next spot right here, and you can see in the distance, hold on a second, and there's a billboard. And this is the area, scenic area. It's the billboard, the mountainous views, little train trolley area in the distance, and the little cabin right here. This is it. This is the junk pile location. Apparently this is in the Cranberry Glades, because a second ago, prior to coming to this spot, I saw a sign that said Cranberry Glades. So, yeah, we're in the Cranberry Glades area of the map. And then I also want to say that this is where we are on the map. Right here. And now we will go to the next spot, which is going to be, see if I can find it. Okay, so this is going to be the final spot of the video of the two parts. After this, all junk piles throughout the entire map of Appalachia between part 1 and part 2 will have been covered. So beyond that, there'll be no other junk piles to cover. So for now. So if you ever want to know where these junk piles are again, refer to my video, both part 1 and part 2, and then you'll be able to find it. But we're not at the end of the video yet. Like I said, there's one spot left, and we'll head over there in just a second. Let me mark it on the map, and we'll head right over there. We're just nearing the end of the video, but we're not quite there yet. To be in Fisher Site Prime. Not totally recommended of a spot to go to, but less ideal than that Deathclaw one I mentioned. So I'll mark it on the map and we'll head right over. Factory into Sundew Overdew Grove. That's where to go to. It's right next to here. I'll head over there and I'll see you guys over there. Here we are in the next part of the video. This is the next junk pile right here in Fisher Site Prime. As Fisher Site Prime spawn location is towards in this here, and this is still in the whole general vicinity. Well, not maybe that down that far, but general vicinity right here of Fisher Site Prime. Just generally all the way over here. And yeah, so basically this whole area is Fisher Site Prime, as most players know. But this is where the junk pile is. As per usual, I'm staying around top of it. It's actually right here. And yeah, right over here. So this is the end of the video of part 1. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is the end of the video of part 2, actually, I should say. Oh, my bad. Then the video. This is the end of the video, part 2. I showed you part 1. I know that took a little longer to take care of, but it wasn't too long, I don't think. Hopefully, for those who watched it, it was about an hour long or so. This one is a bit shorter, so we were able to save on. We were able to save on time. I was able to save on time for you guys. So if you like the video, that's fine. You know, I'm not doing it for the likes, I'm doing it for the views. As I said earlier in the video, you want to like the video anyways, that's fine. It's totally up to you. You're more than welcome to. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Keep up the great work and all the progress you're making here today, and throughout your days in Fallout. Both past, future, and present. You guys are awesome. You know, thank you for being here. You guys are great. I'm glad you watched the video. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This ends part 1 and part 2 session. Take care now, guys. Bye. Bye now.